Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jay Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
And say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with Kelly Caudillo.
Hello.
I am here with Jay Duguay.
Hello.
And I am here with our storyteller, John Garlick.
Hey, everybody.
All right, it's all you, baby.
So, yes.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
So, yes, tonight we're coming back with Star Trek Adventures.
Yay.
And we are dealing in a new player. Kelly is making his character. He had something in mind specifically for the crew. Where he wanted to be the Bajoran security officer. So we're going to skip a couple of the randomized steps, and
we're going to get completely randoed here. No, okay, all right, I get you.
Selective randomization is normally how we do it here on Gaming with Scott, where we take our random possibilities in various games. Our flagship game right now is, of course, Marvel. The original face rip system, which involves quite a bit of randomization. This game very much supports random stuff down to species and life path, your career at Starfleet Academy.
I do love the life
afterwards.
path system.
Absolutely.
I read that and I was like, this is the jam.
We are going to be doing that and playing through that in game. So, right now.
Yeah. Zang.
So, okay, so you wanted to be a Bajoran.
Correct.
So we'll first off, you're going to get +1 control, +1 daring, and +1 insight. And under species, you're going to have Bajoran.
Okay.
With all of the cultural and biological elements that entails is one trait. This is a very balanced game in terms of that. Let's see. You will gain a trait. A couple of examples of Bajoran-only traits are the orb experience, where you've come into contact with one of the glowy yellow orbs of the prophets seen through time, or a strong pa, where your faith in the prophets allows you to we reduce the difficulty of tasks to resist being coerced or threatened.
I was going to go with strong pa.
Okay, we'll go with that one. That's a good one. All right. So, do you have a D6 handy?
I do. I downloaded a handy-dandy dice roller app because I left my dice bag at home and accidentally grabbed my son's.
Ah, yeah. You don't want to touch contaminated dice. You never know what kind of unauthorized tachyons are going to be on them.
Exactly.
Tachyon theory of dice.
You have to, train.
Have you heard of the trained tachyon theory of dice?
Oh, where you have
Has Riga not told you that one yet?
Train your dice, also known as cheating.
It's not cheating.
I mean, if you listen to
are
episode 1 of season 4 of Marvel, you would know that.
Yeah.
Mako explained it to me.
Yeah.
I have not had time to work that into my very busy schedule.
Of course, there is emergency purge when you have like really unlucky dice.
Oh, yeah.
You take you take all of your dice out of the dice bag. You roll. You separate each die one at a time. You roll it until it comes up maximum. And you set that die off to the side so it's not
So it learns its
recontaminating.
lesson.
Yeah.
And then you repeat it until they've all been
I like dice shaming.
thoroughly exercised. That's I believe that's Knights of the Dinner Table.
This
Nice.
dice killed my character. Put him up with a picture of a one little thing on Instagram.
Oh, the dice
Yes.
shaming.
Dice shaming.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So D6.
Okay, D6.
Just one.
Yes. Actually, roll it twice.
Okay. The first roll is a 2, and the second roll is a 1.
Okay. This is your random environment that your character grew up in.
Oh, random?
Or was born in, which is either your homeworld, which would be Bajor, or a busy colony.
I'm gonna go with Homeworld.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're less...
And in the original outline for this character, he's actually a war orphan of the
Oh, okay.
occupation. So
Okay, that makes sense. We can probably shoehorn that in as a, depending on where the dice fall. Okay, so this is going to affect your stats a little bit. At this point, you have a value, which is sort of one of the aspects of like an aspect of your character that is a core belief that you hold. So probably something relating to your experiences or culture. I mean, the Bajorans certainly have been very thoroughly explored in the shows.
his value is by the will of the prophets.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. That's a good. It's good that you've already got these kind of in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to choose one of the 3 attributes that your character's species improves. Increase one of those by +1.
Okay.
And then for discipline, choose one of command, security, or science, and that goes up by 1.
Okay.
All right. So next, upbringing. Roll a d6 2 times.
5 and 5.
Okay. You were, all right, you have an artistic and creative upbringing. So probably the artistic cast of Bajorans. Now, you can choose to either accept or rebel against this heritage. Where basically your life coming up was you were your parents presumably, or the environment you were your environment that you were raised in, whatever it was, had something to do with crafts and art.
I'm going to accept it.
Okay. So in that case,
Now, what was it again? Artistic?
artistic and creative for your upbringing.
Okay.
And so at that point, okay, you gain 1 insight and 2 presence. And then, let's see, you can increase 1 of command, engineering, or science.
Okay.
And it recommends focus in some way of applying your skills. Of course, given that you're young enough that that Bajor was, occupied when throughout your childhood, that could be a little more ambiguous to how that.
Cartography.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, the examples they give are botany, cultural studies, holoprogramming.
Did you say
linguistics.
cartography?
Hell yes.
Okay. All right.
You had to hide in the mountains.
Map making is a valuable skill.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, map making is a very valuable skill. I'm not against that at all.
Cartography.
And then you get +1 talent. We can go over those later if you don't have them picked out already.
I'm going to take personal effects.
Okay, cool. So rather than randomize your Starfleet Academy training, you wanted the operations track.
Correct.
Oh, and another thing is, people who watched our previous episode, this book puts the con back into the command track where it was removed after original series, because when we'll just say that they put it back in the meanwhile. Our game takes place after the regular Star Trek continuity. Has elapsed after Star Trek Nemesis, so we're just gonna not worry about that. So anyway, operations track. You gain a single value based on your time at Starfleet Academy.
Respect the chain of command.
All right. And then you gain 3 attribute points. This is on page 117 of the rulebook here. Split between 2 or 3 attributes. And you can pick any attributes you like.
Okay.
And then for disciplines, you select either engineering or security as your major, presumably security. That goes up by 2. And then you pick 2 other disciplines that are your minor subjects. They go up by 1. And you don't have anything higher than 4 at this stage.
Correct.
Yes. You gain 3 focuses. At least one of which should be in your chosen track. Examples for ops include computers, cybernetics, electroplasma power systems, espionage, hand phasers, hand-to-hand combat, infiltration, interrogation, and survival, warp field dynamics, things like that. Could either go, it depends on if you're going the Worf track or the Geordi LaForge track.
I'm going to go with hand-to-hand, Bajoran martial arts.
Sure.
Hand phaser. And
do they even have a martial arts?
They do.
They fight all the time. They are not a peaceful people.
Yeah, good point.
Like,
good point.
I've looked through all of canon and non-canon. I haven't found a named one. I'm going to work one up as we go.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it'll be the traditional martial art of theirs.
All right.
Yeah, they probably have one.
All right, that's fine.
And shipboard tactical systems.
Okay, that's cool. And at this point, you also gain +1 talent from page 135.
Pack tactics.
Ooh, nice.
M. Garling. Never mind. Darn it. Nothing. I left
Yes.
the M out.
Oh,
All right.
it's my secret name. I have 2 middle names.
I know. I know. All right.
Okay, so
Did
next.
you turn your mic off?
Because I kept coughing.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
So,
thank you for not infecting us all.
So I need a fighting name that starts with an H.
Horatio.
What, like for
Like the Thrilla in Manila, or
Hannibal.
the
harm in.
I'll give you 3. So he's the Hasperat heavy hitter, right?
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever they want to call. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. Care.
That's great.
Just ignore me. Just ignore me completely.
All right, and then career.
what I
You can
normally
choose
do.
to be a young officer, an experienced officer, or a veteran officer.
I was going to go with experienced. The way I wrote the original timeline, he would now be 5 years in the fleet.
Okay, so you joined up towards the end of the Dominion War.
No, right at the beginning of the emissaries.
Okay.
The emissaries
Thing.
appearance.
Okay. Well, our the current year is
Well past that.
a little past that. So you would be. I mean, you would have been. Let's see. With Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, 4 years in. 4 years in the academy. 5 years in on his first ship, and now he's
Okay.
Yeah, he's on his second ship.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, it is currently 2380, right after the assassination of the
Romulan Praetor.
the Romulan Senate in the events of Star Trek Nemesis.
Awesome.
And plus a little bit of time after that, so
Yeah.
just time has elapsed in during games.
Nemesis. Yeah.
It's like when everybody looks around the bridge and says, "Man, this Star Trek stuff is getting too violent for me." That's
And then
the red letter media quote.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yes.
I'm, bowdlerizing it, but still.
And then along came Discovery, and it got lighthearted once more.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on. Carry on.
I am a big fan of Discovery.
So-
Huge fan.
What do we?
Nobody
what do,
say
what do we
anything
do
about
at
Okay.
And,
At this point, you will gain 1 value, and you can choose a single talent. It can be whatever you want. A lot of, I think everybody else has chosen to be an experienced officer because young officers have a
time of it.
they have a very specific talent called untapped potential, where their attributes are capped, but they get like extra dice. And veterans have a different thing.
Now you said a value and a talent, right?
A value and a talent.
Okay, my value is keep testing your limits.
Okay.
And my talent is quick to action.
All right. Now we're going to get to the fun part, which is the career events.
Break out a D20 for this one.
Yes. So we'll need...
Which superior officer are you going to rat on? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hopefully none.
That's... Yeah. Well, I mean, you can always... That depends.
You say that.
None.
You know.
Hopefully none.
That's what we all
You
thought.
can be have a transporter accident. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so roll D20 2 times, please.
19 and 10.
All right. So, so 10 is a transporter accident.
Yeah, right.
There you
So
go.
you got turned inside out. Make a new character. We're playing Traveler, everybody.
Nice.
Okay, so transporter accident, where something went awry with a transporter. You would increase your control by 1 and increase your con by 1, which are not bad things. 19 is breakthrough or invention, where you were involved in, you made an important technological discovery, devised a new way of using a particular technology, or invented some new tech that will be invaluable in the future. That increases any attribute by 1 and engineering by 1. And also you get a focus for both of these two.
That's phenomenal.
I'm going to go with the 19.
19. Okay, so
and that lets me pick any trait.
Any trait you want. You could have made a new weapon for shivving people if you want. I was actually going to be the guy who invented the collapsible weapon in this timeline. No, sort of like a
like the one Sulu wields in Star Trek 2009.
Oh, yeah, okay, like the where it like
he
a
flops
flick
that.
blade and it
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Comes
fine.
out to a full size weapon.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then what was the
okay? So
the discipline I got?
Engineering by 1, because you had to do at least a little bit of science to get that to work
All right,
for
and
you.
I'm going to take.
He said at least a little science.
Yeah,
I'm going to take.
You know,
two
like
focuses?
you do.
one. You get a. You gain 1 focus.
1 focus. And value.
Reflecting your achievement. So it could be like bladed weapons or something. I am fine with that. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing again. Okay. You could have been from the mirror universe.
Like, what's his name? Okay, don't say anything.
Love that episode, by the way.
Yeah.
The Bajorans are large
All
and in
over
charge in the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
universe.
Yeah,
Okay,
the Bajorans
so
are...
my focus for that one is nanotech.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
And,
it's sort of like a blade that forms through nano. That's cool.
Right. My 4th value is never stop learning.
Oh, okay. All right. And so we're going to roll again 2 d20s separate.
Okay, 13
13.
and 14.
And 14. Okay. 13 is called out a superior.
Net.
Where Scott's worst nightmare, you happen to have, you were placed in a situation where you had to choose between a trusted superior and your own ideals, and you went with your ideals.
No, always go with the chain of command.
Yeah, that's the chain of command.
Hey, you might
Says
have
the
had
guy
to.
at the top of the chain of command.
Do you know what
Hey,
the chain of command is?
Yeah.
It's a chain that you beat.
That you beat people with
With
until you
me.
do what I tell you.
Star
Till
Trek,
you-
everybody. Star Trek.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean Klingons, but
And I'm getting off of the Serenity.
I mean, we are just doing our our deal with Starfleet, and eventually you might fall in with the Klingons. You never know.
As captain of the USS Firefly, I'm just saying I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mercury. Yeah. Right.
Okay, and the alternative to that is a new battle strategy, where in combat with a hostile force, you devise a new strategy or tactic. And that would increase your daring by 1 and your security by 1.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Okay, makes sense. And choose a focus that reflects your battlefield leadership. Examples include combat tactics, hazard awareness, or lead by example. Grab him by the biscuits.
I'm going to go with ship-to-ship combat.
Ship-to-ship combat.
Hey now.
Oh,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
But keep in mind that that might be redundant with your tactical. You already have a
With
focus
tactical systems?
in
You
tactical
think?
ship tactical. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you only get a benefit from one focus at
Well,
a
then
time.
I'm going to go with...
Yeah, I mean, it could be it could be something like Cardassians would be a very appropriate. You know all about Cardassians. They are an appropriate enemy, or the Dominion. That would also fit your timeline.
I'm actually going to go with the Cardassians.
Okay, that makes sense. Just knowledge of the Cardassians, their weaknesses, their culture, and I mean, honestly, they colonized you. It's hard to avoid it.
Yeah. Cardassian lore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's good. All right, finally, finishing touches. Okay, so this is when we do your pre-flight check. Your attributes added all together should add up to 56.
Math. Starfleet. You're in Starfleet. Can you do math to 56? I don't want to.
I only
Your
have
attributes can
20
be as-
fingers and toes.
Your attributes can go up to 12 each.
21 if your mind is below your belt buckle.
Oh,
I mean brain. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Same thing.
that's one of the things.
I am at 54.
Oh, okay. Well, add 2 somewhere. Maybe we skipped a step.
I've never come up with 56. I've done this 4 times.
And
Sure.
give him the maximum, so you can't have anything over a reasonable number, and then that other reasonable number. Go ahead.
Yes. You can only have
One stat at
12.
at useful. I mean,
Well,
I thought it was 13.
It's
I
12.
was wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, it's okay. You chose presence, so you can tell other people with good stats what
To
to
shoot.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Like Picard only has like a 10, 11. They published
Did they really?
a list of everybody's stats as like little mini PDFs.
Riker's got like a 12 at, xenolinguistic babe scoring.
It's straddling chairs.
He's a stunning xenolinguistic.
All right.
That's
Got that one.
Okay, great.
It's curious.
Let's see, sorry. Your stress is equal to your fitness plus your security discipline.
I haven't done my discipline yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Your disciplines should add up to 16 total. They all start at 1. And they can go. They're all between 1 and 5, and you can only have 1 at 5, I believe. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. No, we didn't miss anything. Finishing touches does add 2 points to attributes.
Oh, there you go.
That would. I need 2 attributes by 1 each.
Never.
And then disciplines, any 2 by 1 each. All right.
All right.
Okay. So your stress equals your fitness plus security, and your That's basically like your hit points. That was a crash.
Sorry, I hit. That was me. I was dumb there.
All right, so and your damage bonus equals your security discipline. That's a number of dice that you add to all of the damage you do.
No, that's the number of dice?
Yes.
Now, they each do, like, your maximum amount of die is 2, correct?
Or, yeah.
Or a fact.
Yeah, which is basically 2.
Okay, my stress is what? My injuries are what again? Sorry.
Okay, your stress is fitness plus security. That is,
All right.
your fitness attribute plus your security discipline.
Okay.
And so what is that on you?
13.
13? Okay.
Yeah, fitness is not stellar.
All right. And
What is
then,
it? It's a what?
My my total stress is 13.
Or your fitness is
Not stellar.
what again? What number?
I didn't say.
You should.
8.
You're better than me. Shut up.
Well,
You're fit. Moving on. Roar.
he could just be like the tiniest bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah.
Short and hard like a bodybuilding elf.
Boom.
All right, and personal details, your name, and other descriptions, things like
My
that.
character's
things.
name is, what rank is he?
Well, that's a good question.
We'll figure that out in a bit. But you have a name without the rank.
But you are
His name is, his family name is Sito in the traditional Bajoran style, and his personal name is Antos.
Cito Antos?
Sito Antos.
Okay.
Mr. Cito. All right, your department is, it's probably going to be security. I mean, that's what you wanted. Your rank and role. Chief of Security is open. I mean, Jay did make a character, but he was not able to
Pan out. That's okay.
And we could have killed him off instead of crippling O'Neill, but decided not to. It would be more,
Well, and I like that, and he could be back from Starbase, whatever, where he's
Yeah, you
healing
never
up
know.
and doing whatever. Oh yeah, no worries. The new chief of chief of security is here. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And let's see. So your rank, the lowest you can be is
Lieutenant Commander.
or
Ensign.
ensign.
Well, yeah,
but I mean,
but-
you're going to be
Well, yeah,
Chief
but-
of Security.
Oh well.
right.
It's usually Lieutenant Commander.
So lieutenant?
That makes sense.
Or lieutenant commander.
It's up to you. You're the captain. I
No.
could be lieutenant on gain my rank on taking this assignment.
There is also rank progression in the course of
So
in the course of play.
yeah.
You want to get your pips in the course of playing?
But I mean,
You can be lieutenant commander. It doesn't matter to me. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Well, let me take the assignment as a lieutenant, and then you can make me lieutenant commander.
Then I'll
I mean, there are rules for it. This is a rules heavy system where
Okay, good.
like progression is very specific about calling out your values,
Nice.
whether you
Okay.
can question them or not. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, so give us a fashion show. Oh, could somebody let Jade in, please?
Oh yeah. Here, I'll do it. You know what the fashion show is?
I do not.
Okay, you're gonna strut down the catwalk. You're gonna tell us about your character. You're gonna tell us you're gonna give us a show, baby.
All right. Well, my character, Mr. Sito Antos, is about 5'8", 5'9", Bajoran male. He is kind of waifish. I mean, really, he's not all that huge.
Okay. So you're deceptively small, but you throw people around.
Right.
Nice.
And I mean, traditionally he wears the standard uniform while he's on duty, but when he's off duty, he wears traditional Bajoran styles.
Okay. You mean brown on brown with brown and brown?
Yeah, he favors red and brown
Okay.
because that's traditional Bajoran.
Well, didn't the Bajoran security force on Deep Space Nine, didn't they wear like the Bajorans, or is that
They
just...
dress like Odo.
yeah, light brown. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
what do you wear when you're not in? Do you wear? Do you wear a Starfleet uniform, or do you wear?
When I'm on duty, yeah, because I'm a
okay.
Starfleet officer.
All right,
I went
there
to
you
the
go.
academy.
All right, right on, man.
So
Unlike those other Bajorans.
What made my character is very devout, bordering on zealotry.
Oh,
to his
great.
religion.
Oh,
When
good.
the emissary was brought forth and proclaimed by the prophets to be their personal mouthpiece, and he was a member of the Federation and an officer of the Federation, my character was like, well, if the
If the prophets say that's a good
the
idea.
prophets say
Yeah.
the emissary, I'm going to join Starfleet. I have to. And of course, they're taking Bajorans left and right around then. So
Yeah.
So you are a scummy, scummy man, sir.
Uh-huh.
Because the whole last episode it just clicked, especially with him going, well, I'm a religious zealot. And there's that. And I went, oh, you are a scummy, scummy man. If you have not listened to our first few episodes, boys and girls, you should go listen to them right now.
is Star Trek out?
Dr. Narek
Not
has
yet.
Dr. Narek has a very specific purpose in this game. I wasn't going to just let you guys just jet across the to the Beta Quadrant without having some issues with the Cardassians and the prophets and all of these other people that you guys have worked into your backstory. Even if it is just one dude.
Even if it's just one dude. All right, so tell us.
Hey, he's been eaten by a space monster. Yeah, I'm sure he'll never come back. Never.
Yeah, once eaten by a space monster, you're done.
Absolutely.
That's like the same thing with Krakens. If you get eaten by a Kraken, it's over.
Oh yeah.
Never come back.
That's silly sequel nonsense. Right?
Yeah, no,
Once
never.
you go Kraken, you never come back.
You never come back and
You never come back in.
Nice. We're gonna have to tweet that. Once you go Kraken, you never come
go
back in.
all right.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, that is a good point to break off our this episode. We have brought in a new member of the crew of the USS Curie. He who is thank you for having all of these ideas ready to go.
Hey, you're welcome.
Someone sent a question.
Yeah.
And they said, why did you pick the name Curie as the ship name? John, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a science vessel, correct?
Yes, as an Intrepid class ship, which is the same make as the same model as Voyager.
We're on exploration and sciencey stuff, right?
Right. You have a very well equipped sensor suite.
Nice.
And you guys were out there doing sciencey things.
stuff, right.
So this was something the players chose. I did not choose this. For
Yes,
you.
and one individual asked, so why? How did that come up? What did the thing? And my line of thinking, for those who do not know at home, Marie Curie was a famous scientist in France. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and she was the first human being to win two.
And then she died of radiation poisoning.
They
don't give the Nobel Prize posthumously.
No, they don't.
You know,
which is sort of
which is why the why Watson and Crick didn't have to share their Nobel Prize with Rosalind.
What's her face?
Sigourney Weaver played her in the movie. Oh my God! Well, I mean, somebody out there will be able to.
Yes,
you know.
But people were like, "Well, because she's the first human to win two."
Yeah.
And people were like, "That's why the ship is named after her." So, or at least that's why I offered that up, and everyone went, "Ooh, that's a really good name." And then we went over there.
Now, fun fact: after
Rosalind Franklin.
Franklin, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, after I Googled it, there has been in the Star Trek extended, media. There has been another USS Curie. It was sent. It was sent out with a slipstream drive to explore the Gamma Quadrant, and it blew up immediately. So don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
So
all right, I was like, "Oh no!"
Are we the Curie with a #B on our number?
That happened after 2380. So
so it's they would be the big.
That was the NX Curie.
My plan was
the NX Curie. I like it.
That would be an NX model.
Hey, my plan was for them to name it after you. Say, they named it after you guys got eaten by the space monster. But
the wonderful captain avoided the space monster.
A single roll determined the course of our game.
It did,
and we are coming up. We are going to have some more choices that will determine exactly how Star Trek Adventures with Gaming with Scott continues.
Nice.
This episode coming up is titled Butcher's Bill.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, we thank you as always for listening to us. The Gaming with Scott appreciates it. We're really pleased to be offering to host a new offering. We really enjoy Star Trek, and we hope you enjoy listening to us. So, from all of us here at Gaming with Scott to all of you, as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye.
Ciao, ragazzi.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlick is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at _nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.